What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Pokemon Legends Arceus. In the last episode, oh geez, oh goodness, oh gosh. Last freaking episode, we ran here around the Corona Highlands. We were basically trying to catch a bunch more Pokemon for our decks. We fought Cresselia, caught it. That was all well and dandy. Oh, this is going to be a fun series of episodes. Hi, I'm going to quickly try to immediately catch you before anyone else joins the fight. Okay, we have a Rowlet, and it's a female no less, which that's pretty rare. I'll use Quick Attack. Why not? We'll see how much damage this does. Probably shouldn't do too much. I just don't want to knock you out, obviously. But we definitely want to... Wow, that's a lot of damage. Okay, jeez. Well, that's a problem. Doesn't help with the friendship stat either. Let's swap, and I'm going to do just a gentle... Just a baby Drain Punch. Oh, I don't even know if I'm okay with that. You know what? I'm just going to try to catch it. I'm just going to try to catch this thing because we need this one. We need to evolve it into all of its forms. It's the only other starter we had left to get. So let's try. And it worked beautifully. Okay, so that was one of the Pokemon I wanted to catch here in the Space-Time Distortion. There are still two other lines I am specifically after. Not those. So I'm actually going to run over here really quickly. I'm going to use a Revive on Eevee. And, oh, this is going to be really weird because I'm actually going to basically be tacking this part onto the beginning of the next episode because I didn't actually finish what I set out to do at the end of the last episode at the time of recording this. So I still need to catch a Cherubi and a, and a Cleffa. So I'm going to have to tack that on and kind of do it in the middle. So let's see. Oh, there you are. That's what I want. That's what I want. Come here. Okay. No, No, Cranidos, come back. Where are you going? I want to fight you. I literally can't. It's stuck up there. Is this for real? It's being aggressive, but it's also stuck. Are you kidding me? Why can I not fight you? Can I... Maybe I can hide. Maybe I can hide it and then it'll go away. There's a Magmortar. I could catch a wild one of those if possible. Come on down. Thank you. That's what I want. Let me fight you. Oh, my goodness. So this is one of the ones I need to catch. I could probably just get away with throwing an Ultra Ball at full health. Why not? But I still also need Shield on. And then I'll have everything I need in the Space-Time Distortion. Come on now. Get in the ball. Thank you. So we'll have to evolve that, which I have some Experience Candy L's on standby for. All good and dandy. We've got you three. Not interested in you. That was apparently a large specimen, which I will absolutely take. There's another Cranidos. I don't need two. Could try to... Ow! Oh, my goodness. Okay, that's a problem. I need to get away, because if they're going to do stuff like that to me, that could instantly knock me out, and I would lose a lot here, and I really cannot afford to have that happen. So hold on a moment. I'm going to, look over here really quickly. Where the heck... Okay, my health is coming back good. Where the heck is Shieldon at? I might need to knock out this Cranidos to see if I can get it to spawn. Gosh dang it. Here, let me go back to Weird Ear here really quickly. I know I'm missing some items in the area too. All right, I'm going to knock you out only so I can see I can get Shieldon to spawn. Or I'm at least going to try. But I might not get lucky here. Bulldoze. Go away, Cranidos. Because you're one of the static spawns. You're not one of the ones that spawns every, 20... Or, spawns and despawns every 20 seconds. Eevee! I do need you, actually. I very much need you because I need to get a Glaceon. I am going to... Oh, gosh. I'll try an Iron Head, and hopefully it doesn't take you out. It probably will. Son of a gun. Well, it was a valiant effort. You know, and I can also catch Glaceon in Space-Time Distortions in the Alabaster Icelands as well, if I absolutely have to. So that's a thing. Sad I'm still not getting a Magmarizer around here, so maybe a Magmortar will spawn again. That would be awesome. Space-Time Distortion probably doesn't have much left in it, though. Nope. Drapion and Octillery, not what I need. Okay, I'm going to look up here again. Okay, I did miss a Shard in the vicinity, so let's grab that. Let me go back over this way. No more static spawns? Oh, this is going to kill... Wait. Yeah, this is going to kill me. Well, there's another Sylveon. Don't want you. And these are not the Pokemon. There was that one time the Magmortar spawned, and then it's just gone. I think that's actually what blasted me, too. It did all that damage, but I am not seeing anything else of value. Octillery, what else spawned? It's in the rock. I don't know what you are. I honestly don't know what you are. Distortion faded. Well, shoot. Well, that sucks. Oh my goodness. This has taken, and I kid you not, about 6 hours of in-game time to finally find this little guy. I cannot believe, and it's so easily caught, too. So easily caught. That's all I needed. That's literally all I needed, and I finally found it. Finally found Shieldon. Oh, look, we're also finding evolutionary items here as well. I'm going to grab every item in this space-time distortion before we end up leaving it, because I don't really have anything else to catch here, but holy crap, that just took so long. I have checked. This is, I think, the 7th or 8th space-time distortion that I've checked, and along the way, I've gotten quite a few evolutionary items, which we'll be talking about a little bit later on. Well, not too much later. We're actually going to get to using those in today's episode. But I also caught myself an Eevee along the way, and then obviously you guys saw what I did at the end of the last episode. I caught that Cherubi, I caught Cleffa, and then I also caught or evolved Ursaring into Ursaluna because, well, I had the opportunity and the time was right, so I kind of had to seize upon that. I also have both of my Eevees ready to evolve, not counting the one that I already caught, which that's obviously going to be done with an Ice Star. And look, a second Shieldon. It's like I'm being taunted all this time, and then suddenly we have 2 Shieldons in the area. It's borderline mean at this point. What is this one here? Another linking cord. You know, it's funny. I don't actually need a linking cord at all for any of the Pokemon that I'm trying to evolve, because almost every single Pokemon that is evolved through just trading, they can be caught in the wild in this game. I mean, and technically so can some of the other evolutions as well, if you know where to look for them. Not all of them, of course, but like Magmortar can be caught in here in the space-time distortions. I didn't, but oh well, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Like, I'm pretty sure like the time I was like, I finally found Magmortar in one of these things. In that same instance, I also found a Magmarizer, so I just said we'll just evolve it here in the episode. But let me just grab whatever is left, make sure that there's no more items left, and then we can get the heck on out of here and finish up here, at least for the time being, in the Coronet Highlands, before we obviously have to come back here for a couple of other things, tangentially related things that are not going to happen until a little bit later on. But I think that's everything. So now we can get out of here. I have collected so many items in the process. And luckily, we're not too far away from the summit camp right off the bat here. What are you? Oh, you're just Voltorb. For some reason, I thought you were something else, but that was just the lighting. All right, so now we're finally starting this episode. Holy crap. The start of this episode and where we're at now, that was a giant gap in time. So let's start taking care of every single one of these things one by one. First things first, I've got both Eevee in here. I've been working on just kind of passively leveling my Shiny Mothim and the Quillfish a little bit, but only because I wanted it to be a little bit stronger so I can use its move over and over again. The only reason all of the leveling basically came from just knocking out Rampardos and Dartrix and Rowlet and stuff like that, hoping a Shieldon would spawn, and that's pretty much all I ever battled with this thing. And then I also picked up a couple of satchels along the way. But let's evolve you first. It doesn't really matter which Eevee turns into which at this point, but obviously we're going to want to make it nighttime before we evolve the other one. This is going to be Espeon. And there we go. All right. Only 2 evolutions remain. So let's head into our tent, take a rest until nightfall, and then we can move on to evolving the rest of them. And it's not, like I said, it's not going to be take too long, but we obviously got to get all this done. So now let's evolve you. And we will have ourselves Umbreon, and all that remains is Glaceon. Which, again, I do have what I need. I haven't been checking Ginter in all this time either. Never checked to see if he had the Rotom piece that I want. And actually, before I leave here, while it's nighttime, there is a Pokemon I do want to see if it's spawned. So I'm going to actually have to check that here relatively soon. So, okay, let's move. Okay, that in. We're going to move. I got the Magmarizer. You can also see I got myself a Dubious Disc. Let's take that. I also was able to get a Leaf Stone. Let's take that as well. And I think that's it for evolutionary items. It's funny because I actually got one of each of all of those in like the same space-time distortion. Like I had a bunch that weren't giving me anything but shards. And then suddenly I ran into one space-time distortion that gave me all three of these at the exact same time, which I thought was kind of funny. I'm also laughing because we have so many blue shards now, and now red shards are like impossible to, well, not impossible to come by, but significantly less of those than blue shards, which at the beginning of the game we had the exact opposite problem. So let me just kind of sort all of this out. And actually, while I'm here, let me sort that really quickly. I might as well grab all of the ones divisible by 3 that I can get. So let's just grab 30 of each. And then we can craft these. If I can sort, there we go. And then also, wait, do I have Stardust on me already, or did I put those away? What is that? Okay, so I need 10 more, or 10 more, 3 more for a total of 10, excuse me. We'll take all of the star pieces out. We'll take all of these nuggets out. And I think as far as sellables are concerned, that is good. Now, let's move on over here. I did not want to hit that button. I want to go and look at my Pokemon within the pastures again. Okay, so we got all of these Pokemon that we can work on evolving right off the bat. So really quickly, let me head into my pasture. Oh, I did happen to catch like a single Alpha Sylveon. I think it was just kind of for fun that I did that. It wasn't like for any like explicit reason. But let's do that. Put Umbreon there. Now let's head all the way back into pasture 15. I'm going to dump Mothim and Quillfish in here for just a moment while I grab Voltorb, Porygon 2, Magmar, and Eevee. Oh, I do need to go grab Shieldon as well. So I should probably... Where did I put you at? I think it ended up a little bit earlier on in the boxes. Hold on. Where did it go? Shoot. It's in here somewhere. I know it because I just caught it. Where are you? There you are, pasture 4. Okay, we're going to just move you on over into pasture 15. And let's get out and start using all of these items one after the other. So first things first. Oh, they're all down here. Leaf Stone, we'll use that on Voltorb. Do not use it on Eevee. I already have my Leafeon, thank you very much. There we go. Get ourselves the Hisuian Electrode. Very simple. Okay, so that's the first one. Next is the Magmarizer. So we'll use that on Magmar. Not that I intend to do much more beyond that with any of these Pokemon. We're obviously just filling out the pages here, but we're getting really close to a final completion here. Matter of fact, I should probably bring my list back up while I'm doing this. I neglected to do that when I started this, because actually finding that Shieldon really caught me off guard with how long it took to do so. So now onto the Dubious Disc. And Porygon Z is an excellent Pokemon, and I honestly would not mind using it personally, but I will pass. I will pass, and I will stick with what I have. I can knock these off of the list as I go. And obviously, we're going to need to evolve everything as well. Most of the Pokemon that I have, I can just straight up evolve on the spot. Now we got Eevee. And that should be the last of the evolutions. Really, all that remains in the Coronet Highlands is story and request-based Pokemon, which, like I said, we're leaving behind for the time being. We'll be circling back to get those later, but there we go. All of those have been added. Now we're going to add them back in. I'm just going to stick them here for the time being. I don't want to mess around with my pastures too much for the moment. Let's just put you all here. Okay, Shieldon and Rampardos and Rowlet are all high enough level that I don't even need to give them a single item. I can just start evolving them immediately, which is good. Saves me a lot of time. So let's do that. And then all that's left is to get a shiny stone, a razor claw. Oh, what was the other one? I forget who else I had in there. And then I'm drawing a blank. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, and then work on Quillfish. Obviously. But that won't take too much time. Or not, I keep saying shiny stone. Sunstone, excuse me. Sunstone is what I need for Petalil. All right, I gotta evolve you twice. We'll get to see what Hisuian Decidueye looks like finally, which I am personally not a huge fan of. I know a lot of people like its design. I think it's the weakest of the three, mostly because I really like the original Decidueye's design, and to see the Hisuian one just feels like a marked downgrade. While when it comes to Hisuian, Typhlosion, and Samurott, I would argue that they are at least a side grade, if not better, than the original designs, personally. I think for Samurott, at least for me, it's an upgrade. Typhlosion, I would say it's more of a side grade. Typhlosion's already super great on its own, so there wasn't really much you could do to improve that design. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, and then I need, Metal Coat, a Razor Claw, and a Stone, which I do have a bit of MP. And in fact, because this has taken so unbelievably long to do, I've actually spawned quite a few satchels that we're going to be heading out and getting into once we go to the Alabaster Iceland. So really quickly, I'm actually going to grab a few Pokemon and take them with me for the time being that I haven't really been using. We'll get back to all of these Pokemon a little bit later. I really should work on leveling up Winona and Bertha because we haven't seen them in quite a while. And I also had this Miss Magus I'd like to work on. So like the last thing I want to do before I leave here, well, other than do some crafting, although I think I'll do that in Jubilife Village itself, is I wanted to check down here really quickly because there's a rare alpha spawn, and it doesn't look like it's here, but there's a rare alpha spawn right next to this Miss Magus here. It's, okay, so we got Alpha Haunter. I think that Haunter precludes it from spawning. Also, there's this field for the request. We'll do that later. I think that, the Alpha Haunter precludes it from spawning, but there is supposed to be an Alpha Rotom that will sometimes spawn down there. I did an original recording of this where I did manage to get it to happen, and then I lost all the footage for that, so I had to shut the game down without saving, and I wasn't able to keep that Rotom, which was highly unfortunate, so I would like to get it again, but it doesn't look like that's going to be happening today. So let's get out of here. It's obviously just kind of a vanity thing at this point. I've apparently caught one Pokemon, but I've also added a few more to the decks, which is good. We're going to get a lot of money when I get back to Jubilife Village for everything that I have in my inventory. So that'll bump us up just a little bit, not a ton. So let's return to the village. And let me just quickly adjust my checklist here. All right, it looks like I am down to a single page. So not including legendaries, it looks like I only have 7 Pokemon left to get, which is pretty crazy. 7 of those, obviously Overquill is included upon that, and then and then we have Lilligant and Sneasler to get, Scizor, and then there is exactly 1 in the Alabaster Icelands that I still need to get. But we're going to check a couple things here real quick. So Mechanical Cabinet and Egglak Rock, it's still that. Not going to worry about that at all. I am going to get over here and start crafting really quickly so that we can, I obviously could just use the crafting kit in my inventory, but whatever. Let's do that and make ourselves a bunch of star pieces. I also collected quite a few Sootfoot roots while I was out there, although apparently not enough caster ferns because I wanted to make a few more smoke bombs in the process. I also can make a lot more of, not that I really need any more Pokeballs for what we're doing, so I guess I'll just leave those for now. But now let's get to selling really quickly. So Choi, if you don't mind taking all of this off my hands, I would be very appreciative. Oh my goodness, that is some money right there. 236,000. So there's a few things I could use this on. I'm going to have to be a little bit selective as I go. But let's talk to Simona really quickly. I want to get some items for all the MP that I have. So it looks like I want to get the most expensive ones out of the way right off the bat. So the Metal Coat's only 1,000. The Razor Claw is the most expensive at 1,400. And then we have the Sunstone at another cool 1,000. So let's get the Razor Claw out of the way first so we can get ourselves Sneasler. Metal Coats, I do think can be found in Space-Time Distortions, but they're really rare. And I don't actually know for sure if Sunstones can. I think Sunstones... I think all of the stones on this level cannot be gotten in Space-Time Distortions, but all of the ones on the top level can. I could be wrong about that to a degree, but I'm pretty sure that's how that works. So we can't evolve Sneasel right now because it needs to be during the daytime, so we'll have to wait on that. But let me talk to Baggin really quickly. And let's see, we're at 40,000. So let's add just a few more slots as we go. I think I'll add a total of 3 more. You know, it's a lot of money to spend. So 50,000. Actually, is 50,000 the max? No, I think it goes up to 100K for the max. But let's do that. And then, let's see, the next one is 60,000. All right, I'm pretty content with that. I could go one more, but I am going to leave you be. So now, as we look at our inventory here, that's pretty solid in terms of space. I mean, okay, that one is throwing me off. All right. My OCD gonna get the better of me. Spend that 80,000 all the way down just so that I can have a nicely, evenly put together inventory space for all that money that we had. I am probably not going to buy another slot from him again. So that should, or at least for the rest of the game, I would say. So I'm pretty sure we're good. So let's quickly grab a few more of these. We got the Claret Fairies Moonlit Dance. We got Vulpix in the Snow. And there are no other requests. All right. So let's get out of here. I don't think there's anybody else in this building that needs anything. Obviously, we're going to be tackling all these requests pretty much at the same time. But we still have one more place to head off to, and that is, of course, the Alabaster Icelands. And that is going to be necessary in particular for, if I can find the right menu for it, for the Plate of the Lakes, and then also the Plate of Snow Point Temple, both of which are going to be gotten in the Icelands. So let's head out that way. I know we still have more requests around the village. We'll be getting those a little bit later, including the one from Mai. So let's head out. And yeah, that's, I guess we'll just go, well, Ice Peak Camp actually might be better to go from. So the first Pokemon I want to get before we go after either of the legendaries that we are looking for is in, and I went to the wrong, I knew it, I should have gone to this one. Okay, I'm going to mark that. I guess what I'll do is, in the meantime, actually, let's go after these satchels first, and then what I'll do is I'll go to Ice Peak Arena, because that might be the closest. But let's get all these satchels, because we need them for the MP necessary to get the last of the evolutionary items. Let's get the one at Heart's Crag. Next, we've also got more requests to go pick up over at the Diamond Settlement. Obviously, we still have to get all of those wisps later on, which will be fun. We still have to go unknown hunting, which that's a whole thing, and that's going to take some time. I'll do that later. We also have the last... the last balloon race to go after, which is not this one. We've already done that one, thank goodness. But there is... so, I've never really talked about it, but technically there was a DLC to this game called Daybreak. It was really just kind of the 1.1 update to the game, but it did add a few things. And that ultimate balloon race that is in the Coronet Highlands was part of that addition. It's pretty much the only content update this game got, but it did add a fair number of things, which I suppose was kind of cool. And I guess just to contextualize, because that only pops up once you hit the end game. But it was worth mentioning. So let's get this. Oh, I might have overshot it with my marker placement a little bit. No, actually, I think it's further up the mountain, not the other way around. Let's see here. And yes, it is. Okay, let's grab that. And now all that's left is to get Annie's satchel over here. So let's go after that next. I think when I climb to the top here, I'll just switch to... Nah, that's not what I meant to do. back to Braviary. We'll go right over this Alpha Lucario, although not over enough, evidently. I'm going to switch back to, there you go. There you go. All right, and I actually think this is the area I'm supposed to be in anyhow. Not in, oh my gosh, oh my, right next to the Garchomp. That's just mean. That is some mean placement. Well, at least I have my Alpha Garchomp, who is by default stronger than the one here, because I've actually leveled it up a bit. Let's get rid of that Gibble really quickly. And I guess we'll fight the Garchomp really fast. Well, maybe we won't have to. Maybe I can grab this without getting into a fight. Probably not, but... Okay, I'm out. Goodbye. Go, 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 go. Okay, we got away from it. Cool. All right, so I am in search of a cave out here in this particular area, and I do believe it is this one down here. We are going to check it. I'm pretty sure this is the one. I need to head down inside because the one Pokemon that I am after, I am pretty sure is native to this spot. I think. I could be wrong, but I am going to check it. Nope, there it is. It's right there, and it's literally in its alpha form. Okay, Frostlass. This is the last non-legendary Pokemon I need to catch that I do not have to level up. I'm going to get rid of... Well, I was going to get rid of this Mischievous, but it decided to vanish on me. I am going to have to make liberal use of Smoke Bombs for this. I don't think these are going to wrap me out too much. I'm going to start by throwing a Bean Cake. See if that catches your attention. Possibly. Nope, that's not the one. Okay, let's try a Honey Cake next. That was a terrible throw. I'm going to have to go around the other side now. What do you got? You like it? Okay, Honey Cake is the answer. Now quickly, Smoke Bomb. Okay, I need to get around this thing all the way, and I don't have a lot of time. All right, there we go, there we go, there we go. Quick Gigaton Ball before it finishes eating. That was not a back strike. Gosh dang it. Okay, I screwed that up. I definitely screwed that up. All right, stay out of its line of sight. Okay. Yeah, the menu wheel here is going to mess with me big time. Let's try... Okay, that's a much better throw this time around. Come on, Frostlass, go eat it. There you go. Okay, yeah, give it food a few times. It also helps with its dex entry. The Mischievous is gone, so it's not going to rat me out, thank goodness. And here we go. Come on, catch it. Yes, there we go. The last non-legendary. Again, aside from the ones I need to evolve and all of the unknown that we need to go after is done. So let's get the heck on out of here. And let's start heading off towards our next two destinations. So the first of those is actually Lake Acuity. And this is probably going to be the last thing we do in this episode. So let's mark that. I am going to... I call that Diamond Settlement. That's Pearl Settlement. Diamond Settlement's in Crimson Mirelands. I don't know why I got those mixed up. I'm going to set Ice Peak Camp. And we're just going to kind of climb our way up there. And we will try to get this done as fast as possible. So let's do this thing. So Sneasler is going to have to climb its way up. But pretty happy with what we have accomplished today. It feels like a big jump. And I'm grateful for it after, like I said, so many hours of just absolutely nothing happening except for item collecting. It was very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Ugh. Having to wait so long for those stupid space-time distortions to appear. All right. So here we go. Now, I am going to save before I enter. So let me do that really quickly. And let's do this thing. What's up, Uxie? How you doing? You want to just go? You want to just go? Let's just go. All right, here we go. Let's do this thing. So level 70, just like the other two. I am going to just use... I'm just going to use an Iron Head. Now, remember, Uxie is the most defensive of the three, which means it's going to be able to take these hits a little bit better. That was a critical hit, so I'm probably okay to use another Iron Head and assume it's not going to crit. If it does, I can always reload my save, obviously. It did not. And now we have it exactly where we want it. So time to start throwing Ultra Balls. Hopefully this will actually go relatively smoothly. and then we can just call this an episode. I would like to be able to catch you on the first try. Come on. Yeah, there we go. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode of Pokemon Legends Arceus. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much. In the next episode, we are going to be going after Regigigas in Snow Point Temple. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.